Well, hey there, hobby homesteaders. Welcome back to Peaks Peak. If you're new to the channel, my name's Lucas. We're sharing our hobbies here on 38 acres in eastern Kentucky. And today, we're building a sawmill shed. Now, if you joined us last time, you saw we got the outside framed up and we're ready for rafters. So that's what we're working on today. All right, guys, well, I am back up here on the mill shed, and today I am getting started putting up my rafters, and everything went just exactly as planned. I bought 12-foot 2x6s for my rafters, and I cut my 12-2 angled pitch off of the ends to give me a straight fascia, and I've got 8 inches of overhang front, 8 inches in the rear, just exactly like I wanted. So I went ahead and I ordered my metal from DNR Metal on the Industrial Parkway in Greenup, and they said it will be in on Friday. So we are on pace to have this mill out of the weather by the weekend. That's exciting. Now, I actually, because I've just been tied up and I knew I wasn't going to have time to get to Lowe's to buy some rafter ties, so I got on Amazon. And actually, they're cheaper on Amazon. They basically come out to just under $1 a piece. So pretty excited to find that deal. I think it's probably a little bit cheaper than I could have bought them at Lowe's, and I didn't have to go anywhere. I came home from work today, mail lady came by shortly after, and we're back in business. So I'm gonna climb up here and nail these rafter ties on. Then I'm gonna make all of my cuts on my rafters, get them put up. I think we can get these rafters put up tonight, and we will be ready to start cutting our boards to lay down on, let's see, what do you call those? Batter boards? Are they batter boards? Yeah, you got girders and batter boards. Yeah, so the ones that lay flat on top of the roof, those are batter boards. We got to get ready to cut those, and I'll mill those out of some probably oak that we've got laying over here. I went 2-foot centers on my rafters, so I think I can go 1x or a little bit thicker than 1x material and get by with my batter boards. So they're not batter boards. Batter boards are the corner things that you put in. Purlins. Purlins, that's the word I was looking for. I've done this a bunch. I don't know why I couldn't think of that word. But anyway, I will use the oak logs that we have laying over there to cut me some 1x's for purlins, and we will be ready to put on metal. I think we can get this done. I should have Thursday and Friday to mill those purlins. May have to put them on Saturday morning, and then we'll get our metal put on. This is cool. This is a lot of fun. I'm enjoying this. My hammer don't fit through the hole in the top of the ladder. I don't have a tool belt on. Man, I just did not come to work today. But we'll get her done. I also am not on my game because I put up every single one of my X's on the wrong side of the line on this back side. So now I've got to remember X means doesn't go here, which is the opposite of the way I always do it. I don't know what I was thinking. You have good days and bad days. Well, I'll tell you what, guys, you want to talk about one beautiful evening to be up here working in the wood yard. Man, the weather is fantastic, a little bit overcast, nice and cool. I literally was up on the ladder nailing nails, and a rabbit runs out of the brush and runs right, 5 feet from my ladder and across through the woods. And I hear squirrels. I saw some squirrels down on the hillside. It's a pretty cool spot. I love it. So we got about half of the rafters up. The method I chose was not the most efficient. I had decided that I would kind of go rafter by rafter and put the rafter ties on, cut the rafter, hang it in there, nail it. But what it caused me is to have to go back and forth with my ladder. That time kind of adds up. So when I come back up here to finish this, I think what I'm gonna do is what I initially said I would do, and that is go down one side and nail all the rafter ties on, then come to the front, nail all the rafter ties on, cut my rafters and put them on, nail down through here, and then nail down through the backside. That way I can move the ladder along the ends. It's a whole lot easier moving. And I'm really excited about my progress, and I don't want to quit. It's only 6:30, but I promised Caden I would play Xbox with him because I told him I would play with him yesterday, and there were just too many things going on. Too many people wanted a few minutes here and a few minutes there until there was nothing left, and it got to be bedtime. So I told him, I said, listen, man, when I get home from work tomorrow, I'll come in early, we'll play some Xbox. So I'm probably going to do a little bit of WWE wrestling on the Xbox. Is probably what he's going to drag me into. But I'll be back up here on this. I can probably work on it a little bit before church tomorrow. I won't get too much done, but I may come up here for a couple of hours and get as many of these hung as I can, because I would like to spend, really, I'm probably gonna need Thursday and Friday to be milling my purlins, because I think I'm gonna need about 20 10-foot boards. I'm gonna make them 1-bys, about 4 inches wide or so, and I'll need about 20 of those. So it's gonna take me 2 or 3 logs to do that, I'm guessing. And that'll take me a little bit of time, but hopefully I can get all those milled on Friday so that Saturday morning we get up on the roof, nail the purlins on, and then put our metal on. This is a blast, guys. It's a blast. And we're gonna have the mill out of the weather within the next week. Well, okay, we're back up here and I am gonna get back to work. I brought my angle grinder with cutoff wheel with me because, and I don't know what the solution is to this. Maybe they make special ones, special hurricane ties for rafters for your overhang. But where I have overhang, you know, you can't fit an entire bracket on there the way that this is made. So what I typically do is I cut off the edge of the bracket and mount it on there that way anyway. And you know, it works out in that situation, but I don't know if they make a special one for the ends or what. So I'm gonna cut that, and I'm gonna go ahead and get all my rafter ties hung up there, and I think I'll go ahead and cut all of my joists, and then I'll start putting up the joists and hanging them and nailing them in. So I'm hoping, I only have a couple of hours before time to get ready for church, so I'm gonna try to get all these rafters put up tonight. That way I'll get to mill tomorrow night. All right, guys, well, in just over an hour, I finished putting up the rest of those rafters. I'm one short, and that's the one that hangs off the other end over there, the fly rafter on the far side. So I will have to get one more 12-foot 2x6. I needed 3 more joist hangers or rafter ties to finish this up. So I will pick up those things tomorrow, and I'll be able to knock those out pretty quickly, and then I'm gonna get to throw some logs on the mill and start milling for our purlins to go on the roof. It's really coming together. Have I ever mentioned how much I love my rolling garage here with this Artillion accessories on here? Listen, I know I did a video on it and I talked about it, but I keep this toolbox on the side-by-side all the time. I keep the bucket on here with you know, tape measure, torch, hammer. I've got my gas and oil for my saw, although my son stole my gas can today to do a weed eating job, so that's gone. But and then I've got a bed full of power tools right now. But yeah, man, everything you need. I've got a ladder rack right here on top where I can bungee my ladder and bring it up here with me. It's a rolling tool cart, man. I love it. Artillion tractor. If you want to get one for your UTV, check it out, artillion.com. All right, man, this is exciting. And I'm gonna like the fact that I'll be able to come up here and piddle around even when the weather's not great, even when it's raining, whatever, I can get in out of the rain. But the main thing is I can protect this from the weather so that it stays nicer longer. Everything won't rust out on me and all that. So it's going to be nice. Like I mentioned before, I'm going to enclose this end down here because the mill head, once I extend the rails on back, then the mill head will be parked back in this area right here. So we'll have kind of the area closed in around that to protect it. And then I don't know, this end I'm probably going to leave it mostly open, probably close it in down to, you know, where these angled braces are, and leave the bottom part open just because I like to be able to see out. You know, part of this is about being outside and enjoying nature, and I'm kind of up here in my woods away from things a little bit, about as away from things as I can get on my property. So I really like that. Well guys, listen, I hate to leave a project unfinished, but you know how it is. You can't get it all done in one night. So I'm probably gonna go ahead and call it a day. Hope you guys enjoyed the progress that we made in today's video on building our sawmill shed. We're excited about it. And until next time, get outside and enjoy God's creation because it's beautiful out here. Y'all have a good day.